On a Dark Tide. A Brett Buchanan Mystery. Book 1. Written and narrated by Valerie Geary. Chapter 1. Brett hadn't seen any signs of rats in the 4 months she'd been living with her grandmother in the big house overlooking Sculpin Bay, but Amma insisted she heard them. They were keeping her awake at night, she said. Furry little bastards would chew apart the attic if someone didn't stop them. And by someone, she meant Brett. Amma was afraid of the ladder that unfolded from the ceiling, worried that if she tried to climb the narrow rungs, she would fall, break her hip, and lie for days in agony until someone found her. If someone found her. A woman who lives alone dies alone, Amma liked to say with a bitter twist of her coral-tinted lips. But she wasn't alone anymore, Brett reminded her nearly every day. In June, Brett had uprooted her entire life to come and live with Amma in Crestwood, a salt-encrusted fleck of nowhere town in Washington, less than an hour's drive from the Canadian border. Part of their arrangement was that Brett could stay on rent-free indefinitely as long as she helped out with the things Pop used to do, like raking leaves, and cleaning gutters, and climbing into the attic on her day off to set traps for imaginary rats. As far as Brett could tell, no one had been in the attic since Pop died of a heart attack 5 years ago. A thick layer of dust covered the beams and eaves and boxes stacked underneath. She wiggled the trap into the narrow space between an old wardrobe and the wall. Once all the traps were in place, she worked her way back toward the open hatch, weaving through the cluttered odds and ends her grandparents had accumulated during their 60 years together. At some point, she and Amma would have to go through it all and decide what was worth saving. Downstairs, a door slammed. Brett startled at the sound and bumped into a stack of boxes. The top one fell, and the lid opened. Cameras, film canisters, and stacks of curled, faded photographs spilled across the attic floor. Brett sat a minute listening, in case Amma needed help. She'd been losing her balance recently, tripping over uneven thresholds and her own feet. "It's nothing," she'd say, waving away Brett's concern. "I'm getting clumsy in my old age, that's all." When no other sounds came from downstairs, Brett assumed everything was fine. During the summer months, Amma took her breakfast of black coffee and toast onto the back patio, where she would watch cormorants glide across the glinting surface of Sculpin Bay and scan the horizon for whales. Though it was mid-October now, and most mornings were too cold to sit out on the porch for long, Amma would sometimes wrap herself in a sweater and do it anyway. According to her,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?